Visiting the Louvre as a 14-year-old, I did not remember much. However, I can distinctly remember two paintings, the Mona Lisa and the Liberty Leading the People. I only remember Liberty Leading the People because my dad had given me a whole speech about how he had studied it in an art history class he took in college. Eugene Delacroix was the French Romantic artist behind the work. Shortly after painting Liberty Leading the People, Delacroix painted Cleopatra in the Peasant in 1938. His paintings depict Cleopatra gazing at a snake, contemplating her death. The painting is a commentary on the complexity of Cleopatra's character as a seductive temptress, a noble leader, and a manipulative woman. Delacroix often illustrated various scenes from Shakespeare's plays, which were known as story paintings, or paintings that depicted historical scenes rather than religious or mythological scenes. In this painting, Delacroix uses vivid colors in the painting's foreground, whereas the background is dark and more indistinguishable. He uses that to highlight the interaction between Cleopatra and the peasant. Half of Cleopatra's face is hidden by a shadow, which also points to the complexity of her character because it represents her multiple personalities as a ruler and a manipulator, like a two-faced person. In Shakespeare's play Antony and Cleopatra, Caesar takes Cleopatra prisoner and intends to humiliate her by taking her back to Rome as a symbol of his empire's triumph and power. But rather than succumbing to the infamy, Cleopatra decides she would rather kill herself. She then orders her attendants to dress her in the finest robes, and then she summons a clown who brings her a basket of figs, which contain a poisonous snake. The painting resembles the scene just before Cleopatra's death. Cleopatra is known for her theatrical yet mysterious personality and her multidimensional character. Delacroix's painting of Cleopatra illustrates the queen's sensuality, but also portrays her as a noble monarch with deceptive ways. Delacroix depicts Cleopatra's femininity and seductive character by painting her in a dress that leaves her shoulders bare. The bare shoulders make Cleopatra look vulnerable, but her posture makes her look like she's in control. Her silk dress is a blush color, hinting at her womanliness and signifying that she is also a woman in love. Because the background is so dark, Cleopatra's pale skin is extremely prominent in the painting, so you can definitely notice the bare shoulder, which is sensual. The queen sits on a chair that resembles a throne, which highlights her status and wealth. Delacroix depicts Cleopatra's status by adorning her neck, head, and wrists with jewels. She appears to be wearing a dress made of silk material, also signifying her regality as well. The juxtaposition of Cleopatra and the peasant also highlights her status as a queen, despite her impending suicide. The peasant is depicted with dirt under his fingernails, which hints at his status as a laborer within society. He is also kind of dirty looking, so it shows that she is more regal and well kept. The peasant is smiling and seems to be a genuine person who is mystified by the queen's beauty, which also points to her being feminine. The basket that contains red figs and poisonous snakes is representative of Cleopatra's fearless character because the snakes symbolize that she's about to kill herself. Though snakes could be a religious symbol referencing Satan in the Garden of Eden, Cleopatra does not appear to be frightened by the snake. Killing yourself is also a sin, so the snakes could also represent the devil within her decision-making. The snakes are surrounded by figs, which are considered to be symbolic of God's love and protection in the Christian faith. Although Cleopatra is not Christian, 19th century France was notably a Christian country, and that was the audience Delacroix was painting for, which probably influenced why he depicted the religious scene. So overall, this painting is a really good depiction of Cleopatra's complex character within the scene from Antony and Cleopatra.